Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Fresh Squeeze podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm your host, Jeremy.
Well, we're glad to be back here recording our next episode.
Certainly are.
First off, we want to give out a big thank you to everyone who listened in last week. We had a nice premiere. We had some good feedback.
Yeah, we really appreciate all the support.
So we're glad that people are getting into it already, and we're super excited to keep going with it.
Yeah. Now, I know originally we had said, and literally last episode, that this is going to be a bi-weekly podcast.
We lied.
We lied. Surprise. But, I mean, after we kind of, we talked about it, after we saw, got some feedback, we're like, I mean, we got nothing else to do, so we might as well just make this weekly. So, surprise, it's weekly now.
Yeah. Look forward to this every week, every 7 days.
Every Friday, coming to you, not live.
Yep. So, we thought 14 days is way too long.
Yeah, that's way too long.
Which one?
I even hate waiting weekly to watch a new episode of a show.
I know.
7 days is long. 14, I can't even imagine that.
We got too much stuff to talk about, and that was not enough time.
Yeah.
So, we're getting this thing going weekly. Speaking of weekly, this week, we are going to be talking about some memorable trips and vacations we've taken in the past. Not necessarily that we have these super exciting lives or want to brag about where we've been, but
basically world travelers at this point.
Aspiring world travelers.
Yeah.
You know, as we've gotten older a little bit, past few years, we've kind of had a appreciation for widening out, seeing new places, meeting new people. Sure. So we look forward to hopefully doing more of that in the future. 2020 kind of squashed our plans on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Considering a few weeks before the pandemic, we got our passports.
Oh, that was so tragic. I don't think I've ever been more disappointed than I was then. We had literally just been waiting for 4 weeks to get our passports, and we're like, heck yeah, we got our passports. We're about to, take a trip with the boys. Who knows where we're going to go?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you're just going to stay inside for the next, year and a half plus. Who knows?
Yeah, well.
Tough.
It's pretty tough. Let's not dwell on that. But we can still dwell on some nice, fun stuff we've done in the past. Mm-hmm. We thought there would be some interesting and cool things to share on the podcast here.
Yes, for sure.
So, yeah, when we think about cool places that we've gone, I mean, we've kind of, I guess you could say, have gone coast to coast.
Technically, yeah, we have.
So, we're not out here going to every 50 states, but
no.
We still hit some cool locations in the past, so we wanted to focus on some of those. Now, there's probably a few notable things that we could think of when the two of us have been to places.
Yeah.
But I think one that we both really enjoyed and we got to experience together so purely was we went to California.
California.
It was Burbank, which is not too far from Hollywood.
Nope.
We went with our grandpa, whom we refer to as Papa.
Yep, shout out Papa.
Yeah. So this was about 2014.
Yeah.
About 7 years ago.
Yeah, that's wild.
In the spring.
Yeah, it was.
And, well, it's funny how this trip kind of evolved. Because do you remember why we went in the first place?
Yeah, he was on a business trip, right?
It was either business or he said that he wanted to check out new dune rides.
Oh yeah, I think it was that. I think it was both those. It was business, plus he was looking at those dune buggies for up at the dunes. Yeah. And
he was like, "Hey, so boys, you want to come along?"
We're like,
yeah. But what's even funnier is he did barely neither of those two things.
Yeah, we basically didn't do either of those.
But I don't remember how long we were there.
I think it was 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite a week.
Not a week.
Yeah, but it was still several days.
Probably at least 4 days. And we really jam-packed it with some cool stuff.
Yeah, we did a lot those several days, for real.
Because, we were both, mid-teenagers.
I was 14.
So, and what's interesting, we were just talking about this, is how the way we experienced that would be very different to how we would experience it in our lives right now.
Yeah.
Neither of us had iPhones.
I didn't have a phone at all. Justin just had a little flip phone.
I had a little slider, a keyboard. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty cool.
I had an iPad, but I'm not going to be hauling my iPad mini across Hollywood and,
So, in a way, you could say that we had the pure experience.
Yeah, true.
We don't have any pictures from it. We know that Papa does somewhere, but we've never seen them
yet to
before.
see those.
They might exist somewhere, but it only exists within our minds now.
Yes, within our memory.
But that was a really fun time. Some of the highlights, I think you as a little kid, what do you think your highlight was?
Oh, okay. Now, if you're talking highlights from pure, like, 14-year-old Jeremy,
Yeah.
like, if you asked him 7 years ago, I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say Legoland.
Yeah.
Because if you guys didn't know, like, me growing up, I basically only did one thing all the time, and it was build and play with Legos. So, like, you know, hearing that we were going to be able to go to Legoland, you know, like, in my mind, which was, like, the world headquarters of Legos.
Even though it's not.
Even though it's not. It's, like, the CEO of, like, in my mind, I thought that. And I'm like, yo, this is it right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I mean, the stuff that I do remember, I mean, it would still probably be great to this day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just cool. Like, come on, how can you not say you wouldn't want to go to Legoland? It's just
Like,
cool.
it was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
I mean, there were some parts where I was like, this is a little kiddie.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely
but-
some things where it's like, oh yeah, little Jimmy, you know,
Yeah, little Jimmy can go have
play
fun.
with your big blocks over there, you know. But like, for the most part, yeah, it's still pretty cool, themed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
You remember the part that you got to interact with?
so we went in this one, like, it was just like museum hall type thing where
Yeah.
they were just showing off, you know, a bunch of cool like Lego sculptures and stuff like that. Obviously, you know me, I'm enthralled by everything in the whole place. But the part that we went to and I was probably most excited to see was they had the actual like set and like buildings and stuff used for the Lego movie there that they actually used when filming for the stop animations. And you know they had this huge table with all these different scenes from the movie all laid out. And you know, like I said, I'm just like absolutely like jaw to the floor. I'm just like, yo, are we actually seeing this right now? Like,
are we in the Lego movie?
Am I in the Lego movie? And then I remember right before we had looked around a while, and right before we left, I'm just like, you know what? I'm a bad boy. I'm gonna do something. Okay, I'm a cool guy. So I reach out. It was maybe my pinky or my index finger. I just reach out and I just gently place my finger on like the giant I don't know if it was like the evil castle that like Lord Business
President
President
Business's castle.
I put my finger on that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have literally touched the set of the Lego movie. I looked around and was like, does anybody see me? It's like FBI about to bust down from the ceiling and like take me out. Like
They got the laser sights on you.
Laser sight on me. I'm so, but no, like the little like 14-year-old me absolutely losing my mind when I did that. I was like. I remember you and Papa had already walked out this little bit.
I think I saw you do it.
Yeah,
though.
and I was like, Justin, you will not believe what I just did, bro. I was like, bro, I literally just touched the Lego movie set.
And I'm like, no way.
No, it's unheard of.
So, yeah. So I think the best part of that, we saw some cool sculptures.
Yeah.
And some big sets.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember all too much else.
No,
from
not
it.
really. I literally there's probably a reason why that's like one of my most profound memories from that is because obviously I was probably like high up on adrenaline, you know,
Yeah.
of that. But like
Yeah, so that was a pretty cool experience.
Yeah.
Just see all that Lego immersiveness.
Yeah. So I mean that was probably at least younger me's favorite part of the trip.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite part of the trip, Justin?
Yeah, and
Or most memorable or whatever?
you also saw Legoland in Chicago.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So you've been there twice.
I've been there. I've seen it in 2 different
You've
locations.
got some Lego
True.
streak
Also
cred.
with Papa. Yo, shout out Papa again.
Yo,
Real
he's
one.
coming in with these trips. But yeah, we did a lot of cool stuff there. I think I don't even know if I could pick one thing, but we went to the Universal Studios
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So that's like the Disneyland of
Movies and
the Universal
entertainment.
company.
Yeah. It was really
Which
sweet.
they had rides, they had
Like,
kind of
just, like,
interactive
attractions.
exhibits.
Yeah.
I think we know which ride was the best one.
Oh, there's hands down no doubt which one was the best one.
It was the immersive Transformers movie ride.
Okay, I'm saying that ride is literally goated. Okay, so good.
It was so cool. Was it 3D?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it was nuts.
You put on the 3D glasses.
Yeah, and you got in this little like
you got in this little pod.
this little buggy, this little car thing.
And it's just whipping you
Yeah.
all over the
basically
place.
got whiplash.
I'm sure out of 3D, it just looked like a little buggy
getting
car
shook around.
getting shook around, but you feel like Megatron is throwing you across the earth.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm out here fighting Decepticons, and like it was nuts.
We were
Like it shot you up like the sides of buildings. Do you remember that?
It felt
that's one
so
part I
real.
so vividly remember. You're in this little car, and like it just like because the thing I think it was on like hydraulics, so it would like kind of like move up and down, side to side, and it would just like shoot you up. And I just remember like. We're like zooming up this building. I'm like, shoot, we're going up, dude. We're just going down.
We are skyrocketing.
Man.
So that was really cool.
Yeah.
We waited a long time.
Oh, see, it was so like so we actually wrote it twice.
Yeah,
we
did.
The first time we wrote like in back to back too. Like the first time we wrote it, we waited probably like
almost an hour.
Because like everybody and their mother was trying to get on this ride, okay? And then we get off of it, and then because all three of us went, but then the second time just me and Justin went. And we told Papa, we were like, hey, we're going to get on this ride again. And he was like, okay. Lily, I don't even remember. Do you remember, like, since we had literally just gotten off it, we got back on, we didn't wait a single minute. I literally think we went.
Did
like,
we? Oh.
I mean, there may have been, like, 10 people. But, like, I remember we were just, like, absolutely gassing through those lines because there was nobody there.
No, that's cool.
Whereas before, it was, like, actually jam-packed.
Because I remember,
it was just that good.
Because I thought I remember having to have Papa wait for us outside for one of them for like a really long time, but
oh well, actually maybe he didn't even go on the Transformers ride at all. Maybe it's probably the first time that we went on there. Yeah,
he was. Yeah, so that was really cool. Let's see what else happened at Universal.
There's the Jurassic Park one.
Oh, there was the Jurassic Park one.
Yeah, that one actually was low key like frightening, dude. Like
because it was a water ride.
Yeah.
And it goes into the cave, and the T-Rex comes right out at you when you're going down the waterfall.
Bro. And then I can't forget Jimmy Fallon at the end.
Yeah. Oh, that was the same line?
Yeah. Or at least it was still a Jurassic Park ride.
Because some of the experiences I had at Disney sometimes meld with Universal, and I don't remember which one was which.
Yeah, honestly. No, but see, I just remember that, like, we went on the Jurassic Park one, and, I mean, yeah, like, honestly, like I said, low-key, I was probably a little scared. You know, I was a younger kid, but I remember when we went, I don't remember, because there were, like, you could have three of us in a row, and I don't remember if I was in the middle or if Papa was in the middle or one of us. And then I just remember, like, yeah, they had these, like, hydraulic dinosaurs, honestly, super freaky.
The raptors,
the ones that have, like, the little, like, what do you call those?
The frills?
Or
whatever.
Yeah, the frills, and they'd, like, shoot water at you. And, like, so, you know, you're out here not only getting, like, jump scared, but you're also getting, like, sprayed with water. And then when it's dark, you just see like those red flashing lights. Oh my gosh!
I'm reliving this in the moment. Okay.
Yeah,
it was so great.
I think the best part of that one though was, do you remember the part when it was literally like there was like either like a giant spider dinosaur, and it was like fighting basically what looked like King Kong in the forest. Remember?
No,
and the thing was actually like shaking.
That was a different ride though. That wasn't Jurassic
really?
Park.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember if that was at Disney or Universal, but there was one of those. There was a ride.
Oh, that was
also 3D.
And that was the one that Jimmy Fallon.
And that was the Jimmy Fallon Tramtastic experience.
That song is forever ingrained into my mind.
Yeah, it may have been at, I think it was Disney Hollywood in Florida.
Yeah.
We'll get to that one.
Yeah.
And because that one was a similar experience.
Yeah, but it was still there. At some point,
because I guess I'll just say it now, because it was also a 3D thing, and it was the King Kong experience.
I almost think this one was more freaky than the Jurassic Park one.
That one was fully immersive.
You're basically in this, what this looks like, this like trolley car.
Yeah.
And you're going on this track, and same thing, it's like 3D, but you get to this one point in the ride where they have you in this like super deep dense forest or like jungle. And like,
oh my gosh, yes,
it's actually scary. Okay, like because same thing as the Jurassic. You know, there's like dinosaurs. Like again, like you're getting sprayed with water and like all these like special effects type things.
And the dinosaurs are trying to get to the tram.
3D, it looks like there's like dinosaurs like grabbing the sides of the like literally like inside of the tram where you are, like velociraptors.
They're ripping the doors open.
Yeah,
and
it was actually like scary.
And it was awesome.
It was super sick, but it was scary as heck. And
then the T-Rex comes in.
And the T-Rex comes in and like rams your trolley car, so then the thing like shakes side to side. So you're like jostled around, and then you're getting sprayed with water, and like because they're and then literally like, I mean, it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was like super sick to see like King Kong basically fighting this giant T-Rex. Like, it was sweet.
Because it's cool because it's happening on both sides of the
it's,
windows.
it was literally like a 360-degree ride. Like, anywhere you looked, something was happening.
Yes,
it was
it's
crazy.
so cool.
Honestly, I think it was the peak of humanity right there.
Probably the two best interactive rides.
Yeah,
we've
probably.
experienced. So
because they both, you probably use the same amount of like technology.
Same type of technology.
Yeah.
So, but back to California.
So
Universal is cool. We hit up the gift shop. I got a little DeLorean model.
Oh, is that where you got
That's
that?
where I got that.
Yeah, okay.
And I got my clapper board.
Yeah, we got our little movie thing.
The movie
the
action board.
Yeah.
You've got your little one.
I got a little tiny one.
So we got some cool souvenirs from that. And then
okay, real quick, can I just talk about a really funny story that I just remember from like as soon as we got to California?
Okay.
So I remember, we get to the hotel, okay, and
I think I know where this is going.
But this isn't the bed story.
Okay. Oh yeah. But
okay, I mean, now that we said it, we have to tell you just real quick the bed story. I mean, I like to be comfy at all times, so as soon as we got in there, obviously I'm the smallest one there, but somehow I finagled my way into getting like the biggest bed.
What do you expect?
But my main story was, so the biggest bed which I got was like the couch that turned into a bed, okay? And obviously, in California they have like, minor earthquakes now and then, just like, some rumbles and rattles and stuff like that. And above the bed where I was, there was this shelf full of like, just like decorations. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. There was this shelf because, our grandpa, he since he goes places for work, so he had been there before, and he was telling us that how sometimes when he was there, he had experienced just like some, some minor earthquakes in the middle of the night, stuff like that. So he was like, so just so this like metal model car doesn't fall on you in the middle of the night, what he just took the stuff off. There was maybe like 3 or 4 things. He just took the stuff off the shelf and placed it, just on like one of those tables that they have, that's the bedside or in the kitchen.
It was right over top of the bed though.
Yeah, but like, because he didn't want this like,
it was
this several pound metal vehicle to fall on my noggin, dude. You know what I mean? So we do that, and then we leave for the day.
Yep.
And when you leave in a hotel, the people come in, they give you new sheets and stuff like that. And I remember that night, or that, whatever, when we came back that evening, we look, and they had put all that stuff
they put it back
on the shelf. But not only did they put the stuff on the shelf,
yes,
they had glued it down. They glued down all the little just little knickknacks and collectibles. Yes. And now we're like, did they think we were trying to steal it by like taking it off the shelf? When in reality we're just trying to save her from squishing my head in the middle of the night. It was so I remember it was something just so minuscule, but it just was so funny that it stuck out in my mind.
I forgot about the gluing part.
Yeah,
because that's the best part.
Yeah, no, it wasn't just they set up there like, oh, what's, but no, like they literally like glued them boys on there. Yeah, and it was so stuck.
That's funny.
But yeah, anyway, that's just one of my favorite stories.
Yeah, sometimes the littlest things are what you remember most.
Yeah,
but I think we were near some really cool studio headquarters.
I remember we saw the Nickelodeon. We saw studios. Nickelodeon. Yeah, because it was, since that's like right downtown Burbank. Yeah, we saw it.
I think we might have saw Warner Brothers.
We saw, because remember we drove by. There was that big gate, and there was the Warner Brothers water tower, where they like do like the movie filming and stuff like that. Yeah,
maybe like some, I don't know where their cartoon animation department is.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was still really sweet to see.
Yeah, just going down the street, we're like, hey, whoa,
like, hey, that's Warner Brothers. I remember the whole time we were just banking. We were like, "Yo, are we gonna see any famous people on the street?"
Well, we would have gotten close to that. The closest we would have gotten is when we went to Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Because I don't think we stayed in that area too long because it was a little shady. It was
kind of a rough area.
I remember. Well, we did walk down the Hall of Fame.
Oh, we definitely, yeah.
Or where they call it, the Walk of Fame or whatever.
Something like that.
Well, where the celebrity stars are. Yeah. All the stars on the concrete.
We saw all sorts of stars. It was really cool.
Like I said, I don't remember specifically because we took no pictures.
Yeah, and I probably didn't know as much.
Know as many people.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, I do think we saw Michael Jackson star. I think I do remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're gonna know people like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people. I'm sure we saw. We just don't remember. But I mean, stars. But
We saw some people dressed up in costumes.
yeah, there was like
there was
people.
remember the Batman?
Like, yeah, there was Batman, and there was a Spider-Man too. I think people just I don't know doing their thing.
I remember
Hollywood
we're just
Boulevard.
walking by and he goes, "For justice!"
Yeah. I forgot he just like yells that.
We're like, yeah.
We're like, yeah, Batman. Like,
yeah.
that's so funny.
There's probably like 20 different Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We did go to the McDonald's there.
Yeah, I remember it being kind of a shady McDonald's.
That's why we got some food and Papa was like, "Yeah, we should probably get going."
We sat down and Papa was like, "Yeah, let's get out of here." Like, it's a little creepy.
Yeah.
But now, even though that was cool, I think the coolest part of that whole street was
I think we got to see the Chinese
theater. Yes,
which it's known for being, kind of like it's some sort of Asian not agriculture, architectural an architectural building that's a movie theater, but it looks like it's like a Chinese or Japanese.
It looks like like
traditional building.
Yeah, like a big pagoda
type
in the middle of just like this Hollywood Boulevard, and it's really cool because not only does it look cool, but one, yeah, it's a functioning movie theater, and two, that's also where they have the premieres for a lot of big movies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, some big movies,
Yeah.
and then the other premieres are at the Dolby Theater.
Yeah, I'm just saying that they have had some there before.
Yeah.
Since now, unlike the printed stars on the sidewalks, in like the courtyard area or like the entranceway to the Chinese theater is where they actually had the handprints of actors where they put them in the concrete. So that was like legit. They've been there.
Then
so
again, we
cool.
looked at those, probably didn't know who most of them were. But
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing some Marvel people.
I think I remember seeing Bruce Willis, dude.
I think I remember that too.
Yeah.
Maybe Bruce Willis, Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, But it was cool.
So that's just a cool looking place.
Yeah, it was really cool.
But it's like a modern working theater.
Yeah. It looks all like old school traditional on the outside, but inside, yeah.
It's modern on the inside.
Yeah, just modern theater.
Because it's an old building.
Yeah.
Then we were there and Papa's like, "So you want to see anything?" We're like, "Oh wait, Captain America: The Winter Soldier is coming out today.
Yeah,
let's go see it."
Yeah, literally, probably I've had a lot of movie experiences that I would say were good, but like I think that is my all-time favorite movie experience.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
Well,
it's up there.
Not because, at least for me, I think the part that I loved the most was just that we got to see it at that theater on opening day.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Because to be honest, like the theater inside wasn't even that big.
No, it wasn't really. No,
it wasn't necessarily the actual physical theater experience.
Yeah.
It was just the fact that we saw this awesome movie at this very popular theater.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a cool Hollywood moment.
My favorite theater experience still goes to Infinity War, right? Is that?
I mean, Infinity War and Endgame were both amazing
great
theater
experiences. So
we're here for the theater experience, and we'll probably talk about that more in the future.
Yeah, probably. We have plenty of experience in theater experiences.
Yeah. Man, it's been over a year since we went to the movie theater.
Oh my goodness, I don't even remember the last movie we saw in theater.
It's
probably Rise of Skywalker.
It's probably Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. Oof.
Okay.
That's rough.
Anyway.
I'm not getting into that this episode. Oh, we're saving that one. Psych, you thought.
Okay. Oh yeah, and from a distance, we saw the Hollywood sign.
Hollywood sign, yep.
Obviously,
like we said, don't have pictures of nothing.
No.
But because we don't seem to be on phones.
We saw.
Oh, that's what we were saying. That we say our experience was very pure because like we said, like we didn't have any like phones or anything to take pictures of or to be. People was like distracted with. Whereas now, obviously, if we went, within the past 2-3 years or like we went now, obviously we'd be taking pictures and videos of stuff, which would we still have a good time? Yes. Would we have tons of cool pictures? Some people might be like, well, it wasn't a pure experience because all you remember is through the a camera lens or whatever. But
we definitely would have had a different experience.
We would have different experience, yes,
possibly more enhanced,
possibly,
and definitely more memorialized and remembered.
Sure.
But,
yeah
because I think later that year I did get my first iPhone.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It was just a few months after we got back, I think. got like an iPhone 4.
Yeah. Actually, because I remember we went in March. It was probably in May when you got your phone.
Because it was.
I remember it was like spring break when we went on this
It was
trip.
like spring break.
Or
and
at least almost spring break.
Right before the school year ended, I got a new phone.
Yeah.
But then. So yeah, California was lit.
California was great. I'd go again, 10 out of 10. I mean, I know a lot of people think California's kind of gross and just like overrated. I mean, is it overrated? Probably, but I just like going places that's not here.
We saw some cool landmarks.
Yeah.
Experienced some cool things.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Venice Beach.
Oh, Venice Beach was cool. I mean, do I remember much of it? No, but I can say I've been there.
We just walked the boardwalk.
Yeah, we just walked the border. Dipped our feet in the water.
Dipped our feet in the water.
So that we can say we've been in both oceans.
It wasn't as extravagant as people make it up to be.
No, it was just a beach with like literally a bunch of people doing random stuff.
There wasn't even that many people there that day.
Yeah.
There was.
I mean, we went during the week.
Yeah.
So it's not just going to be, a mad amount of people there on like a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
But,
so, I think that's pretty much all the highlights from Cali.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really cool experience to be able to be a part of. We felt like there were some really memorable parts and things that were worth sharing from them.
Oh, for sure.
And then, fast forward a few years, another very memorable trip we had a few years later.
Oh, super memorable.
We, as a family,
mm-hmm.
me, Jeremy, and our parents, we decided to take a Florida trip. And this was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, spring 2017.
Spring 2017!
It was almost a year after I graduated high school.
That's right.
We considered it kind of my senior trip in a way. Because the main reason I wanted to go is because they were hosting Star Wars Celebration
baby,
in Orlando, Florida. And so I was like, I've been wanting to go this for years, to have the full Star Wars nerd experience.
Yeah. And they only have it every 2 years, right? Or used to, at least.
Yeah, they started out slow, and then they started having it more often.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, they canceled it last year.
That's tragic.
And I think they're planning on having it in 2022.
Yeah.
So we went to the 2017 one, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, let's be real. It was great. It was great.
I mean, personally, for me, it was a sensory overload experience.
Okay, I gotta tell you from my point of view. Okay, so Justin, this man loves Star Wars. Okay, literally nuts. Okay, I have never seen Justin just go like so hard on something, like literally 0 to 100 for so long ever. Like we were literally there, and Justin was like nonstop. He was like over here, he was over there. Like this man, I guarantee this man probably wouldn't even use the bathroom if he didn't have to, because this dude was just nonstop, just trying to take in as much Star Wars content as he could. It was literally so funny.
Yeah. And at one point, Dad was like, "We need to take a break and eat."
Justin's like, "I must see every hall, every exhibit, every stand."
It's a 3-day show.
I know,
and we were only going for one day.
We were only going for one day. Because we only bought tickets for one day.
Yeah.
I remember it was such a hard decision trying to figure out what day we wanted to go on.
I know. It was.
Because we went on the middle day.
The second day?
Yeah.
What? No, it was 4 days.
That's right.
And we went on the second day.
Yeah. Which, I mean, let's be real. Like, whatever day you went on, you were going to miss something from one of the other days. Like, there's no way you could go one day and get, like, obviously everything.
I wasn't really into a lot of the panels or the meet and
we didn't really
greets.
go into any panels. It was just, like, let's go around, see a bunch of cool, like, vendors and, like, things. And
yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed the experience very much, but if I could go back, I would have done it a little bit differently, though, honestly.
Obviously, I think we would have gone for more than one day.
I definitely would have gone for 2 days.
I'd say at least two minimum.
And I definitely would have spent more time doing different things.
Yeah.
Because personally, you walk in, they have cool displays and exhibits and costumes, and, they got fan art. Oh my gosh, I went crazy at the vendors.
Oh, now this is what I have to say. Yeah, so obviously we'll get into this eventually, but Justin's like Star Wars Museum, like this dude Justin Pye spent a majority of the day just absolutely scrounging through every single box, nook and cranny these vendors had of all their Star Wars figures. It was great. Now Justin was just like in pure bliss that like the entire day.
Yeah, like all of the amount of like cool collectibles I had was awesome. But
Yeah.
I should have experienced all of it a little bit more instead of just being immersed in all the merchandise. But you know,
That's how they get
that's
you.
how
though,
it goes.
is the
That's how they
merchandise.
get you. But yeah, we didn't really see any celebrities or anything.
Well, I mean, you had to pay to do that, remember?
Yeah, but even from a distance.
Yeah. Oh, dude, okay.
Because I know George Lucas was there,
Oh, is he really?
and I think even
Ian McDermott was there, I'm pretty sure. The guy who does
no,
Palpatine.
he was
there,
He
yeah.
was there he was at least there in 2019.
Oh, was he?
I know that George Lucas, Harrison Ford, and Mark Hamill were there.
Yeah. Wasn't Sam Witwer there?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
He's voice acting god.
The absolute goat when it comes to voice acting.
And so yeah, I was like, I'm not paying $100 to get a photo and
But some it was even more.
yeah.
Like, I'm sure to see, like, you know, George or Harrison.
I know
was-
George wasn't doing meet and greets.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure, like, the other ones, they were probably, like, $200-$300.
Yeah.
Or something nuts.
Like, sure, they're great Hollywood staples,
But
great
it's
in the
like-
movies, but
I'm not really going to want to pay $350 and stand in line for 3 hours to just get one picture.
yeah,
That's a little much.
I'm not really into it. You know,
Yeah.
they say don't meet your heroes and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean, if it was like, hey, pay $10 and wait 10
Yeah.
minutes, like, yeah, dude, of course.
I mean, there's some Star Wars actors I would definitely talk to, like maybe Anthony Daniels,
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool, yeah.
who does C-3PO.
Yeah.
Like, he seems like a really fun guy to talk to.
No, who I'd talk to is Daniel Logan.
He seems like a viber too.
He's
so.
the one who played Boba Fett, young Boba Fett.
Yeah. Anyway, but so that was a great cultural experience for me. Yeah, what was also, it was funny, but also kind of aggravating at the same time is when we had to wait outside for like 2 hours.
Oh my gosh. I literally have never seen a line so long in my life. Like, so we're at this huge, what was like the Orange, is that Orange County? Or is that the one in California? I don't know. Basically, so the convention center we were
convention
at
center, yeah.
was literally massive. Like, this was like football field or bigger levels of a place. And we got there early, okay? And, you know, I mean, obviously, if you get there early for the door, you're going to have to wait a little bit. But this line literally
wrapped
from
around
the
building.
front door was like wrapped like a snake back and forth all the way until literally like the back of the building, which, you know, think of like the biggest like convention center in your area and just imagine that, like, it front to back. It was crazy.
I know.
You know,
Like, it was kind of hot and people
was
were getting
hot.
aggravated.
yeah. So, I feel bad, especially for the people who are in costume.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody has like a I don't know, like a Jedi robe or something, they're already dying in
Yeah.
the heat.
Yeah, it was March, April.
I mean, it
and-
was still probably at least 80.
Yeah.
I don't know Florida temperatures.
We met some cool cosplayers though.
We did, yeah. We took a bunch of pictures of the people.
The Star Killer guy.
He was so sick.
The dude who was Palpatine.
Oh my, dude, I'm not even kidding. That guy was actually so funny. Like, remember he kept fixing like his nose or whatever because it kept falling off.
He had
or
some,
whatever?
he had all those face
Yeah,
prosthetics.
yeah, it was sweet.
He actually had the voice down too.
Yeah,
So there was some really cool people there that we saw, and yeah, definitely the ultimate experience for fans of the like.
yeah, it was great.
And so that was the biggest part of the Florida trip. We also went to Disney,
Disney, yes.
like, you know, regular Disney park.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go to Disney at least once. Like,
We hadn't been there since we were little kids.
last time I was there, I was basically just like,
You were a toddler.
I was like a toddler, so I don't remember like anything.
And we
so.
are not. We were. Well, not quite. We were young adults. We were still teenagers.
But yeah,
but-
I was like 17, so.
And yeah,
But
so
that was great. I mean, yeah, come on, you gotta love Disney.
Typical
Like,
Disney
okay,
experience.
if you don't like Disney, like, come on, it's Disney World. Who doesn't love it?
You gotta go at least once in your life.
I mean, even if you're not like, even if you're a dude, okay, and you're like, you know, oh, I'm too cool for Disney, bro. You're telling me that you go to Disney and you see that castle, you're not gonna be like, dude, that is sick. You know what I mean? That's sweet. It's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, come
Especially
on.
at night with the fireworks and like,
Yeah, fireworks were great.
yeah, it was so cool.
even though her dad was about ready to go.
Oh,
But,
yeah. Now at that point we both were just like ready to just like keep going. We're like let's go.
Can we sleep here? What?
Yeah. Well, because like all the stuff there, I mean, I thought it was cool. Like the whole like what was it the Swiss Family Robinson like treehouse replica was sick, and I mean Splash Mountain was great. We even though we waited a while for that, but it was great.
Rip the Splash Mountain.
Rip the Splash Mountain. We won't get into that, but rip the name. Yeah, and just there was just all sorts of. Oh, remember the Jack Sparrow guy?
Yes,
it's so funny.
Yes.
He's so good.
So the typical Disney side is great, and then we also went to the Hollywood Studio side.
No, yeah, that was good.
Which you get like the non like Disney. I don't want to say that it's all Disney princess stuff.
No, just say the non-animated Disney.
The non-animated traditional Disney.
Yeah.
You go over, you get some of the older Star Wars experiences.
Mm-hmm. Indiana Jones.
There's the Indiana Jones show.
Oh yeah. That was really cool.
Cause it's like it's a stage show.
It's like a live action stage show. Yeah, it was
of
cool.
Indy, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, and then the Star Wars part was it's pretty basic as well. Yeah. But oh my gosh, I cannot wait until we can go to Galaxy's Edge.
Oh my, dude, like
I was so ready to go last year.
We are definitely going for more than one day, I think. I remember me and Justin had talked about going on a trip. He was like, yo, like obviously this was like we were talking about this like late 2019 or whatever, or like early 2020. We were like, yo, this fall are we trying to take a Galaxy's Edge trip? And I was like, bro, heck yes we are, because it just looked so cool. And then obviously we didn't get to go, and then disappointment was at an all-time high. So
yep, I was ready, but maybe we'll get to go someday.
Because when we went there, when we went to Hollywood Studios, and
they were building
2017, it. We saw
the rafters.
We saw all like the mid construction of Galaxy's Edge, which was super sick.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, that's the new Star Wars land.
Yeah, that's the new Star Wars dedicated theme park.
And if I thought the convention was cool, this is the pinnacle of immersion.
The pinnacle of Star Wars immersion.
So I'll probably have a similar, if not more, increased
Justin's about to just get juiced up on 5-hour energies and just absolutely go. Like, he's going to go all night.
Fuel me up on that blue milk. Yeah, but I hope to get to that someday. I really want to experience that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even though it's gonna be packed, since I mean it's gonna be packed all the time. Like no matter what.
I mean, you get to fly the Millennium Falcon.
Like, how can you say no to that?
And there's Chewie who can high five you, and there's you can meet Rey. No, come on, we love Rey.
We love Rey. Come on.
And when we were there. Let's see. We did see some of the costume characters.
We did. Yeah.
They had the little younglings.
I know, that was really funny. And those were so cute.
They were pretty cute.
It was just all these little kids. Those little cute kids in their little Jedi robes with their little lightsabers. It was so cute.
But then Kylo Ren comes out.
Oh no, dude.
It was pretty cool though.
And
they're all like, use the Force to push him back.
Yeah. Oh man, kids are so wholesome.
So, typical great Disneyland experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And then when it doesn't come to theme parks, Florida's already a nice place.
Mm-hmm.
Or half of our family's from Florida, so
yeah. Down there visit some fam.
We got to hang out with some fam that we hadn't seen in a while.
That we hadn't seen since I was, again, a toddler.
Yeah. We got to, we went over to the Madeira Beach.
Yeah. Oh, that was cool.
They got a nice boardwalk with restaurants.
Ate some crab.
Went to the nice seafood place. Once again, went and stuck our feet in the water.
All my homies love crab.
Come on. Crab, shrimp.
Lobster fest,
Get some lobster fest.
Get some lobster fest. I just love seafood,
So, yep. Yeah, Florida's a nice place.
Yeah.
I don't think we would live there.
I wouldn't live there, but it's a cool vacation place,
And then We also, I just have to mention that we went to the flea market there.
Oh yeah, because if you guys don't know, Justin is an antiquing fiend. So obviously, when we went to the flea market, Justin was yet again, for the second time on this trip, in his element. Pure Justin in his element at the flea market.
But I also felt limited because we couldn't take all this stuff back on the plane.
Yeah, because at the same time we couldn't. What do you have to say?
When it comes to fiending,
oh.
When we were at the flea market, we literally had to buy a suitcase.
Oh my god!
To bring back all of my Star Wars merch in.
Oh my, yeah. Back to that. Yeah, our dad at that flea market. Yeah, Lily had to. He was looking for a big suitcase because, well, mostly Justin, but also me. We had just bought so much stuff at the Star Wars convention.
I mean, you got some cool stuff.
I got some
too.
I mean, it was majority of it was you. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But we had so much stuff that we had to buy another suitcase to bring back with us.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, it was a really big flea market. Saw some really interesting, but some really weird stuff.
Some weird, I mean, obviously, if you go to a flea market anywhere, you're gonna see some weird stuff.
Yeah, they had like an entire taxidermied crocodile.
I remember that.
Or was it just the head? If
If
so, it was a humongous.
I don't remember,
head.
but I just remember they had like tons of just like odd taxidermied stuff.
Yeah.
Just like
no, those I have pictures of.
Yeah.
So they had crockheads, they had squirrels, typical flea market stuff.
Yeah.
But, anything else memorable you remember from Florida? Otherwise,
nothing too out of the ordinary. No.
Yeah, I think we reached our peak experience.
Our Florida peak. Yeah.
Florida peak there. So those are some really interesting and exciting 2 trips we took within our recent lives.
Yeah.
When it comes to just general trips, our family also really likes to go camping.
Oh yeah.
We've had lots of camping experiences over the
We've
years.
been camping like our entire life.
We've gone, a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of our time.
The beginning of time.
I mean, we didn't get to go any last year.
No, which is actually so sad because our family always takes a big camping trip at least once a year, and that was like the first time in like probably
over a decade.
Over a decade that we hadn't gone. I mean, it's sad, but like over a decade that our family hadn't gone on like our annual big camping trip.
Yeah.
Because we usually do like a big camping trip, and then we usually do maybe like 1 or 2 small ones throughout the year. But
yeah, we'll go to some local places, but
yeah,
for many years now, our favorite place has been Silver Lake, Michigan, on the west coast of the Mitten.
Yeah, it's great. There's so much to do there. Really nice place.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the biggest ticket item there is the sand dunes.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta love just like taking the 4-wheeler or like the Razor out on the sand dunes and just riding around.
Yeah, we had some exciting times in the dunes, but over the years it got increasingly dangerous.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, it is honestly pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
but.
So we go out on it in a safe manner
that's
nowadays.
Why the Razor, which has a roll cage, is like the best thing to drive. And I'm actually so sad because since prior, I couldn't drive the Razor myself on the dunes. Now you can. Now I can, but we can't go. So.
Have you never driven it up there?
I mean, I've driven it, yeah, just not like I have just like now that I have like my license, I can do it by myself. You know what I mean?
I don't, because did you have to be 18 or what was it?
You
just had to have your license.
You either had to take their driving course, or you had for the dunes and get that license, or you just had to have a normal license.
Okay.
So.
Because I took the driving course.
Yeah.
Way back then.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Silver Lake, great place. The dunes, camping. We used to be tent campers, but we got soft over the years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
We got we got our nice campers.
We usually go for like 2 weeks. So
yeah, we had to upgrade if we were gonna stay that long. Yeah,
if we're gonna stay for 2 weeks, I'm not gonna lie. Say what you may, I'm gonna want to be in a camper.
I'm not sleeping on a blow up mattress for 14 days.
Hey, like I said, I have comfort.
He has comfort needs.
I have comfort needs
that need to be met.
That need to be met. So.
Yeah. When it comes to camping experiences. It seems like I mean, you were always the one who's kind of like getting the butt end of all the the pain.
Honestly, like there was almost not a time we didn't go up to Silver Lake, and not like anything serious, but like I didn't get an injury of some sort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was multiple times I'd get like busted up shins and like stuff like that.
Yeah, you bust yourself on the tree log at the beach.
Oh, I tripped over this log and totally tore up my shin.
That's pretty
Or
bad.
like when I had like the campground, like the roads are kind of, I mean, they're gravel, but they're kind of sloped, or at least the part of the campground that we would
Yeah,
camp
we were
at.
just talking about this.
And obviously we used to take our bikes all the time, and I just remember one time, I think I was going down. Obviously I was probably going like max speed, and I'm pretty sure I just like biffed it and fell off my bike. And again, I don't know if it was the same exact shin or if it was the other one. I completely tore it up, but
Yeah, you know, you
okay,
live and learn.
I was kind of a wild child, so it's all right.
But yeah, we could spend another episode talking about camping.
Yeah, because we've been going to this like the same campground for like 10 years.
We have so many
So we have
experiences
lots of
from that,
memories from that
so.
place. So obviously we're gonna have just so much stuff.
We'll leave it at that. We may have another episode
We'll see.
that we talk about stuff like that, because it's a big part of our summer traditions.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were just some couple of those big, cool trip experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope to hopefully have some even better ones in the future.
I know. Like honestly, post COVID, I mean, when and if we can start doing things again, like I know we've talked about it.
Yes.
I've just thought about it just personally. Yeah, there's so many places I want to go, like both U.S. and just like internationally. No, I mean, like we said at the very beginning, now that we have our passports, we can actually go places.
Yeah, even since disclaimer, we've never actually left the U.S.
Yeah, disclaimer, yeah.
Because when we got our passports, we were like, oh, maybe we could go to Canada.
We were literally about
first.
to go to like
Go to
Toronto,
Toronto.
like in a couple weeks.
We figured,
But-
yeah, in a couple weeks, let's go to Toronto.
Yeah,
but then
we were gonna do us and two other friends. We were like, yo, let's all just take a weekend and just go up there. But maybe now in the future we can finally do that.
Yeah.
We have baby steps before we leave the country, like actually, before we
Yeah.
leave the continent.
before we make it across the
Across the
oceans.
pond, as they say.
Okay.
I had to say it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we have some trip ambitions.
Yeah.
And we can build off our better experiences in the
Yeah.
past. So anything else you want to add to this trip talk experience?
Trip talk. Before we go, not like places we have, but places I want to go. Top 3 places I want to go.
Oh,
Alright?
yeah. Well, let's
All right, here we
let's
go.
lay that out.
I don't know if this is in any specific order. All right, here's the top 3 places I want to go. I'm sure.
I already know what
I'm
you're
sure
gonna
you already
say.
know exactly what I'm gonna say, but the people need to know. All right, start off number 1. Japan, because how can you not want to go to Japan? Me and the boys, we're talking about it. Okay.
Mhm.
Number 2, Greece.
Yeah.
Specifically like Santorini, Mykonos, those places. They just look so beautiful, and the water is so clear, and I just love it. I just love it. Every time I see a picture, I'm like, I wish I was there. And then third and final is Switzerland.
Hey.
I know those are like those three are like very different, but like Switzerland, even though unlike, Greece, which seems more tropical, even though Switzerland is like so like obviously like wintry and like cold, it's just so I look at pictures of Switzerland, like mountains and like these like, cool little lodges and cabins. I'm like, that is so beautiful. I want to be there.
Yeah.
It just looks so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been like skiing or snowboarding, but like still I would definitely try it there. It just seems so cool.
Yeah, like so many. Yeah, Europe in general has so much to offer.
Europe is just straight up. It seems awesome. Okay.
It's like the U.S. but better.
It's like the U.S. but better. Oh my goodness.
So, if you want to hear my 3,
Yeah. What are your 3, Dustin?
I don't think I have as
No
much.
specific order. Just
Yeah.
3 that you want to go to.
I don't think I have as much of a hardcore list as you, but I
Mhm.
still have some places I think.
Just
would
like
be
general
cool.
areas, you mean?
Yeah. Just as a starter, there is plenty of places I do want to go in Canada.
Canada does seem cool. Yeah.
Toronto, Niagara Falls, Banff.
Banff.
So that'd be a nice starter. And then across the pond, yeah.
I can't believe you did it after I did it.
I think I do want to go to, Spain seems nice.
Spain seems really nice. Honestly.
Especially the
coastal. We were just talking about the sporting.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it. Especially the coastal parts.
Yeah.
Because that's where, like, what does it say, Monaco and all is.
Yeah. Oh, Monaco. Yeah.
And probably Italy too.
Italy. See, honestly, your picks are very, very. Hey, you guys
very high class.
High class picks, honestly. So like my picks are just like, I'm trying to go as far away as possible. Your picks are like, I'm gonna stay in these areas, but I'm gonna pick the best of the best of these areas.
Okay.
Like,
hey, yeah.
Hey, Justin goes for high class, right? He knows what he's about.
Yeah. So, those are things we can look forward to in our trip future.
For sure. Yeah.
So, well, I really enjoyed reliving those experiences.
Yeah, for sure. And let us know what your top 3 places are that you want to go.
Yeah. So, as we've said, you can hit us up on Twitter,
Instagram,
visit our Instagram,
YouTube,
or you can watch this podcast on YouTube. So, yeah, hit us up. Tell us what you think about our experiences, places you want to go.
Want to see, have been.
You have been. We really want to connect with you on that level.
Yeah,
so, so go ahead. You can visit and follow our socials for updates on upcoming episodes.
Yep.
And maybe we might have some more stuff put out about opinions on what maybe you want to see in the show. If you have any recommendations on what you want us to talk about.
Any advice.
We are open to recommendations. Yep. So I guess that's it for this episode here.
I'd say so.
We'll wrap it up. So thanks so much for listening this week. We look forward to getting more content out now on a weekly basis.
Yeah, look out for us next week.
Yeah, we got some great stuff that we're gonna be talking about.
Oh, for sure. We got some juicy topics that we wanted to talk about.
Yep, fresh and juicy.
Hey.
So okay, we'll catch you next time on the next episode of the Fresh Squeeze podcast.
See ya.